Chapter 11. The Value of Loyalty. Marcus murmured under his breath. Starlit blossoms by the ravine. The words felt heavy, sacred, like a prayer passed down through generations. The painting was the Vale's most cherished heirloom. A vibrant canvas of moonlit flowers clinging to a jagged cliff, their delicate petals defying the abyss below. His grandfather's voice echoed in his mind, frail but resolute, before his death a decade ago. Marcus, even if our family is reduced to ashes, that painting must endure. It's our legacy, our defiance. The image lingered, undimmed, its colors as vivid in Marcus' memory as the day he last saw it, locked away in a vault only he could access. He shook off the memory and turned to Henry, his old friend's silhouette, sharp against the dim streetlights. "Prepare yourself. We move tonight," Marcus said, his voice low but firm. "Understood." Henry replied with a nod, his eyes glinting with unspoken loyalty. "All right, you should go. Eliza's shift is ending soon. She doesn't want me associating with rough types, and your look screams trouble. If she sees you, I'll get an earful." Henry's face fell, a flicker of hurt crossing his features. His skin, just a shade darker than Marcus, seemed to mark him unfairly in Ravencraw's unforgiving social hierarchy. Troublemaker? Henry thought bitterly. Because of what? He'd fought beside Marcus through worse than judgment, but the sting of dismissal never dulled. "Don't stand there. Scram," Marcus said, aiming a playful kick to lighten the mood. Henry turned and left, his boots scuffing the cracked pavement. Marcus checked the time on his battered watch. Eliza's workday at a tonality group was over, and she'd be out any moment. He pushed his electric motorcycle. A relic from better days, its paint chipped, but engine still purring, toward the company's gleaming entrance. The glass tower loomed over Ravencraw's skyline, a monument to ambition in a city where power was currency. Before he reached the doors, a woman stepped out, her presence commanding the twilight. Eliza stood tall at 5'10", her crisp white blouse tucked into a fitted black skirt, scarlet heels clicking with purpose. Her chestnut waves caught the fading light, framing a face that balanced elegance and steel. Her confident stride, briefcase in hand, radiated the authority she'd earned as Eternality Group's chairwoman. In just 2 weeks, she'd transformed the company, leveraging her connection to Alex Yates and securing Celestial Group's coveted order list. The Rowans, once a middling family, now rivaled Ravencraw's Great Four, and Eliza, Ravencraw's most striking and formidable chairwoman, drew eyes and envy alike. "Eliza!" A man approached, clutching a bouquet of roses, their petals too perfect, likely flown in from some luxury greenhouse. "These are for you, Eliza. Free tonight? I've reserved a private room at the Gilded Vine. I'd love to treat you to dinner." Brandon Brant, heir to the Brants, one of Ravencraw's Great Four, carried himself with the arrogance of inherited wealth. His tailored suit and polished smile couldn't hide the hunger in his eyes. Since Eliza's rise, suitors from elite families had swarmed, dismissing Marcus as a nobody, a jobless drifter clinging to her coattails. They assumed he was no obstacle to winning her. Eliza spotted Marcus and his motorcycle. Ignoring Brandon, she flashed a radiant smile, crossed the distance between them, and kissed Marcus with a warmth that silenced the bustling street. She linked her arm with his, her touch both possessive and tender. "Darling, that man invited me to dinner at the Gilded Vine. I've never been there," she said, her tone playful but edged with mischief. "He invited you, so you should go," Marcus replied, matching her tone. "If he's fine with it, take me along." "I've never been either." Brandon's face soured, his charm curdling into disdain. He strode over, glaring at Marcus. "Marcus Vale? I'm Brandon Brant," he said coldly, offering a card. 500,000 to leave Eliza. "Should I take it, darling?" Marcus asked, his eyes twinkling with defiance. Eliza smirked, clearly amused. "Your call, but I think you should." "That's enough to book a table at the Gilded Vine." "I'll take it then," Marcus said, grinning as he accepted the card. "What's the pin?" Brandon sneered. 6 zeros. "Take the money and disappear." "Eliza's done with you?" "Sure thing." "We'll head to sort out the divorce now," Marcus said, nodding. "Hop on, darling." Eliza climbed onto the motorcycle's back seat, her arms wrapping around Marcus' waist with a familiarity that spoke of years, not weeks. They rode off, the engines hum drowning out Brandon's stunned silence. Marcus had been strapped for cash lately. Since joining the Rowans through marriage, he'd been jobless, his savings drained by debts tied to the Vale's downfall. He'd even resorted to bumming cigarettes off Henry, a humbling fall for a man who once commanded respect. But the painting Starlit Blossoms was his anchor, a reminder of a promise he couldn't break. Tonight's plan, whispered with Henry, was the first step to reclaiming it from those who'd stolen his family's legacy. "I had no choice," Eliza said with a dramatic sigh, her voice teasing as they sped through Ravencross neon-lit streets. The 100,000 from Astor, 250,000 from Bertrand, 300,000 from Oswald, and now 500,000 from Brant. Marjorie took it all for the company. Marcus chuckled, the wind whipping through his hair. "Hope another rich guy offers me a fortune to leave you." "Send me some cash, darling." "I can't even afford smokes." "I don't buy it," Eliza teased, her fingers brushing his jacket. "I saw a black card in your pocket while doing laundry. Don't tell me it's empty." "Hand it over, I'll hold on to it." Marcus hesitated, then pulled out a matte black card, its glossy dragon emblem catching the streetlights. No numbers, just a sleek, enigmatic surface. Eliza had glimpsed it before, but now, studying it, she frowned. "What kind of card is this? No numbers?" "Well," Marcus said, his voice softer, "it's linked to major banks, usable anywhere. It's got an ID chip, so no numbers needed. It's the 21st century, after all." Eliza pocketed it, half convinced but curious. "Pin? And how much is in it?" "PIN 6/8, Marcus said with a sheepish grin. "Not much in there. 6/8? Eliza scoffed, her eyes narrowing. "Pins aren't that long." "My bad, 6 digits. All 8s, he corrected, his tone light but evasive. The truth was, the card didn't need a pin. Any number worked. That black dragon card, one of a kind, symbolized Marcus' hidden authority, earned through a decade of covert service missions he'd never shared. Even with Eliza, he'd never checked its balance, funded by blood and loyalty. Money meant little to him now. The painting and Eliza meant everything. Without her, there'd be no Marcus, no card, no purpose. She was the source of his strength, the reason he'd endure Ravencross schemes to keep his promise to his grandfather. As they rode, Marcus' thoughts drifted to the painting. Starlit Blossoms wasn't just art, it was a map, a cipher to secrets the Vales had guarded for centuries. Tonight, with Henry's help, he'd infiltrate the vault where it was held. But the risk gnawed at him. If he failed, Eliza might pay the price for his obsession. Yet loyalty to his family, to her, drove him forward, as unyielding as the blossoms defying the ravine.